Their Titans are getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will. For Dalvin Cook, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And he will not get there as they stop him short for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how I just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. First down, here's the run with Cook. Finding some room at midfield. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
3 seconds on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run. Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Cook. Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Dean. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. There he goes right side. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had a and he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On second down, it's Cook again. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will score on pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Titans, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They're going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And off here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
That's good for 28 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown,
Devin Duvernay. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the... And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
To make the short field pay off, we'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Texans!
Touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
27, Texans nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Troy Pride.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Alert! Alert! Let's go! Street! Street! Rush in! Rush in! Check smash! Check smash! 54, right there, right there. Cougar 19! Watch the screen! 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 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Watch that! Watch that!
Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
1 second, all that remains.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. 7 Pirates. Check 33. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Joker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50, 30, 10. Touchdown, Houston.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Turn up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he returns it into enemy territory down the yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it different.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the something out.
The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll look to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just shutting him off there. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back to throw here. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to get a score back. Point after, right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Just a yard on the 1st and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
They're going to try and throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Titans.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
Titans 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's good.
They beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll drop to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Cook. And it's a Titans touchdown. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
This field